Have you ever wondered how people in ancient times maintained personal hygiene, especially those who lived in the largest contiguous land empire in history, the Mongol Empire, founded by Genghis Khan in 1206? Despite their accomplishments as warriors and rulers, the Mongols' hygiene practices were regarded as rudimentary and often gross, deemed strange by outsiders. Join us to find out more about the gruesome hygiene principles during the Mongol Empire in this video. In 1206, Genghis Khan founded the Mongol Empire, which was the largest contiguous land empire in history, extending from Asia to Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Despite facilitating the integration of language, populations, and belief systems, their hygienic practices were regarded as rudimentary. Mongols revered water, which prevented them from polluting it, leading to unkempt and unwashed lifestyles. Their dietary habits, beliefs about the healing properties of animals, and non-Western approach to hygiene resulted in unique and often gross cleanliness methods that were deemed strange by outsiders, despite their accomplishments as warriors and rulers. Gout was a common problem among Mongols due to their excessive eating and drinking habits. To treat this ailment, they used various remedies such as sticking the affected body part in a dead animal or person. Even the Mongol ruler Kublai Khan suffered from severe gout that restricted his movements. The Mongols had unique hair care practices where they put water in their mouths before washing their hair. The men shaved certain sections of their heads and styled the remaining hair into braids. Similarly, women shaved the front of their heads after marriage and grew the rest of their hair long. The Mongols had a unique way of washing their hands and hair by filling their mouths with water and letting it trickle onto their hands. They held water in high regard and avoided offending it, with Genghis Khan even ordering the execution of those who let water touch their face and go back into the source. The Mongols also had a retainer who would suck blood from arrow wounds, a common injury due to their passion for archery. Genghis Khan was saved on multiple occasions by the efforts of his dedicated men, who would swallow or spit out the blood and provide him with kumis to prevent dehydration. Rashid al-Din, a Persian physician and historian, wrote down a statement from Genghis Khan. According to the statement, blood-sucking exercise was crucial in restoring life to the body. The Mongols considered water sacred and polluting it was a punishable offense. They were forbidden from washing clothes in their bodies/hands in spring/summer due to fear of thunderstorms. Mongols were strictly prohibited from urinating in flowing water, and doing so resulted in capital punishment. Accidental urination resulted in heavy fines, which were used to cleanse the offended party's home and possessions. Genghis Khan made many religious taboos legal, and Mongols strictly followed them. According to the Asa, a set of rules established by Genghis Khan, the Mongols were prohibited from washing clothes and running water, with punishment for those who disobeyed. While some believed this only applied during thunderstorms, others like William of Rubric believed that the fear of causing thunderstorms led to the ban. Thunder was greatly feared by the Mongols, who would hide in black felt and turn away visitors during storms. As a result, the Mongols avoided washing their clothes to prevent angering God and causing thunderstorms. In ancient Mongolia, avoiding laundry was taken seriously, and those caught were punished. The Khan expected his people to wear clothes until they fell apart. If a high-ranking official was injured, they were placed in the open belly of an ox for warmth. During the Mongols' attack on Jiang in 1274, a warrior was injured twice, and Bayan, a trusted commander, ordered him to be placed inside a water buffalo to survive. Water buffalo and oxen were used for warmth because their bodies provided life-saving warmth. Herding animals held great significance for elite Mongol men, and their clothing was typically dirty. The Mongols rarely washed, and their hands were covered in grease, fat, dirt, and meat while eating. They wiped their hands on their already unclean clothes, which were often covered in animal fat to protect them from the elements. This practice of coating their garments with fat was common along the Central Asian steppes, and washing them would have removed the protective layer. William of Rubric documented that the Mongols had various methods of cleansing, including burning items that were sent to their court and purifying the bedding of the deceased by fire. They believed that fire was an intermediary between heaven and earth that not only provided warmth and prepared their food, but also eliminated harmful elements from everything it touched. The Mongols adhered to strict cleansing practices, ensuring that all items were purified by fire before they were allowed to be used or given to others in the Urdu community. During times of illness, the Mongols practiced quarantine measures for the sick without any understanding of germ theory or disease. They recognized the dangers of contamination and the need to prevent outsiders from entering their territory. To protect against any potential harm, they stationed guards around their camps and avoided any contact with the sick. The Mongols also called upon their priests, known as soothsayers, for spiritual guidance during these challenging times. This practice was recorded by William of Rubric, who documented the Mongols' understanding of contagion and their efforts to contain it. The Mongols believed that sickness was a result of spiritual chaos, but also avoided being contaminated by those who were sick. They were aware that sending infected people to a city under siege would only cause more illness and destruction. During their capture of Kaffa in 1346, they drew piles of dead bodies, causing the air and water to become contaminated. Chronicler Gabriel de Muses reported this event. Greed consumed the people trying to flee the Mongol army, with only a small percentage escaping. Even the act of spitting out food could result in death, as the Mongols believed it was caused by a demon, and anyone who choked and spit out their food was considered wasteful and polluting their surroundings. John of Pin-del-Carpine reported that those who couldn't swallow their food and spat it out were dragged out of their dwellings and executed without mercy. A 14th century Chinese nutrition guide by Hu Sihu states that spitting short distances is better than spitting long distances, and not spitting at all is even better. This suggests that there were varying forms of spitting and punishments for each during China's Mongol era. The Incheon Jingyao offers a unique perspective on dietary practices during the Yuan dynasty. The Mongols had innovative methods of preserving perishable meats in horse milk, although it is unclear whether they were truly tenderized and cooked meat under their saddles. This method may have been used to soothe saddle sores on their horses. Despite claims that they consumed raw meat, the Mongols commonly boiled it to maintain its spiritual significance. Mutton, lamb, and horse meat were staples in their diet, but they also consumed flesh from dogs, wolves, rodents, and even humans in desperate times. To clean their dishes, they rinsed them with boiling broth from their kettle, which often served as their closest approach to washing. Kumi, which is fermented mare milk, was a vital component of the Mongol diet. This process of fermentation turned the milk into an alcoholic drink, which aligns with John of Pin-del-Carpine's account of the Mongols seeing drunkenness as a respectable practice. During William of Rubric's visit to the Mongols, he encountered two difficulties. The first was a language barrier that prevented him from spreading Christianity effectively. The second issue was more troubling, as the Mongols did not seem to feel the need to move away from the group when relieving themselves. Rubric's companions emptied their bowels close to him, which was a source of great discomfort. They did not move far from the group and talked together, which made the situation even more vexing for Rubric. The behavior went against Rubric's customs and was an unwelcome experience during his visit to the Mongols. While the Mongols were powerful and innovative people, their beliefs about hygiene were quite different from those of modern times. Despite their rudimentary practices, the Mongols managed to build an enormous and influential empire that left a lasting legacy on the world. Thank you for watching this video on the hygiene practices of the Mongol Empire. We hope that you enjoyed learning about this fascinating topic and gained a greater understanding of the customs and practices of one of the most significant empires in history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to this channel for more fascinating and surprising happenings in our history. See you in our next video.